Keep ready, isn't it?
Yeah.
It gets spoiled.
A lot. Keep coming.
We've got a really nice day lined up. Barometer readings pretty well spot on. So it's all looking good, hopefully.
Everything's looking good, so we probably won't catch a fish. This is Steve Threlful from Trellis Tackle World in Shepparton. This is Mulwala. It's a pretty special place, isn't it, mate?
Very nice. It's absolutely fantastic. A lot of water sports, skiing, fishing, all that type of thing. So, and the habitat here for the Murray cod is second to none. It's excellent.
Well, we're going to go find some habitat. I feel like I'm in jail. Then we're going to find some Murray cod. It's going to be a cracker day. Charlie and I are using two different lures here. I'm using a spinnerbait, so it's a matter of casting it towards the structure, letting it sink, and then a very, very slow retrieve. And Trelly's using a deep diving minnow, so you'll see when he casts it out, he gives it a few big whacks at the start, a few quick winds, and that just gets that lure down nice and deep really quick, because that's where the fish are going to be, close to that structure. And with cod fishing, it's a little bit like prospecting, I suppose. You just go along, look for areas where a fish might want to live, and then just keep hammering at the lures until eventually you annoy him enough that he might actually eat it. Beautiful Trailmeister.
All right.
You are just too good. Now, do I need a bigger net?
Oh, that'll do.
That'll do the job?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
I haven't
No
seen
worries
the
at all.
fish yet, so I don't
Yep.
quite know. Oh, he's a nice fish.
Yep.
Oh, look at that.
Got a little bit of weed on there. You see we've actually pulled him out of the weed.
Yeah, and oh, mate, it's just something I've noticed. He is a slightly different colour. I'll tell you one good thing about the small net, mate. They make all our fish look a lot bigger. Look at the colour of that when I get him into the sunshine. I might actually put him on the deck down here, Trelly. The colour of that fish is much darker than that first fish I caught. What's the deal there, mate?
Well, yeah, the other one was quite light. This one here, as you can see by the bit of weed on the lure,
Yep.
what we've done is we've cast in the weed and then pulled that lure back off the shallow, out of the shallows and into the main river. So this fish has obviously been living in the weed.
Yep.
Therefore, it's a little bit darker, whereas the other one, coming out a bit deeper water, they seem to lighten up a little bit.
Talk about lighten up. I'm going to try and lighten him up and lift him up so you can actually see him properly. There he is. And one thing that surprised me about Murray cod, how is the size of that head? And he's actually flared his gills like a barra. And sometimes, I'm just going to turn him around, have a look at those red gills. And fish flare their gills when they want to say, hey, I'm scared or I'm being really tough. And a lot of lures you look at in tackle shops have that red on the gill, and the old Nils Master was famous for it. The Yozuris you see, they're like hydromagnums, got that little bit of red just back there. And what it is, Trell, is just that bait fish flared gills.
Yep.
And it's letting the big fish know that it's in trouble and it's going to have a hard time. Look at that, mate. Green weed, green fish.
Pretty camouflaged, don't they?
You would not believe that an actual fish is green, because people always talk about the
Yeah.
big green goot or whatever.
That's it.
And these lures do the job, mate.
Yeah, they're excellent. They make a lot of noise, as you can tell.
As you can tell.
And that's the larger variety in the jackal, which works very well. Owner hooks, of course, rigged up on those, which are deadly, super sharp.
Aren't they what? So, I've got a technical question as I grab him, because I'm not going to grab his mouth because that hurts, and lift him up just to show you this fish in the sunshine. And it is a Sunday, so I'll do a bit of gardening. There you go, that's done as well. Trelly, territorial fish, like, is the theory with that lure, it makes so much noise, it just annoys the fish into...
Well, I think you've got a couple of different things involved there. One, they can be hungry and actually attack the lure. Two is territorial, so they've actually got something in their territory, so they want to actually knock that away, or they come out and give it a bit of a nudge on the way out. So a couple of different ways you sort of catch them there, but yeah, very, very, very territorial. Usually finds you'll catch a number of fish there at the same structure.
Yep.
Even if you catch a big fish at that structure, you'll find and take it away, the other fish will move into that area pretty quickly. So there's obviously something there to attract them. An ambush area for smaller fish coming past, next to weed and things like that. So very much an ambush type fish.
Well, Trelly, you're a wealth of information. Normally most of it's useless, but today you've done all right. And just check out that paddle tail as the Murray cod says goodbye. That is why they're such good fish over short distances, aren't they, mate?
That's right. A lot of pull in those little fat tails they've got, that's for sure.
And we'll put our fish back. Oh, there you go, mate. And just give him a bit of a swim. It'll take him a second just to right himself and just get that air going back through the gills. What a beautiful fish. Give him some time and release that jaw, and off he goes.